Okay, so we're going to identify the domain and range. So I'm going to use a few different colors. So domain is your x-axis. So put an X by your x-axis. Go ahead and y'all close y'all's computers because we don't need them right now. So you don't get distracted by it. Okay, on the x-axis, we're looking at how far left and right this goes. This is in all four quadrants. This is actually going off of the grid. So we can go ahead and add arrows to that. Yeah, it's infinite. So the x-axis, I start at the origin and I say, how far left does this function go? Yeah, negative infinity. So I'm going to write a negative infinity over here. And then, so I can't really box it in. But then how far right does it go? So then how do we write what our domain is if it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity? What is it? Yep.
Less than and equal to?
No, just less than, because you can't actually touch infinity.
Oh.
If you could touch it, then you could put less than or equal to. Okay, I'm going to get a different color for my range. If you want to use different colors, you can. Let's label the y-axis now. So the range is how far down on the y-axis does the function go?
2. Yes, 2.
So draw a line at 2. It can't go below 2. It's at 2 or above. And then what do the arrows mean?
Infinity.
Yeah, it's going to continue to go up to infinity. I can't contain it because I can't continue to draw a line because these arrows are going to push through that line.
True.
So we need to write it from least to greatest. So what's the smallest number y can be?
Negative
2. Does it actually touch 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a less than or equal to. And then y? Less than infinity.
Okay. Now.
This can also be written as y is greater than or equal to 2.
Oh, that's much easier.
Yeah, that's way easier, right? Because it's at 2 or it's bigger. So y is greater than or equal to 2. And then function is just determining whether it's a function or not. Remember the vertical line says x's don't repeat. So yes, it is a function.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Okay, good. All right, I want you to do number 15. I'm going to walk around and check on y'all. But I want y'all to do 15. So I'm going to pause the video if you're watching the video. All right, let's see how y'all did. All right, so domain is the x-axis, so label the x-axis. And domain goes how far left?
Infinite.
Yeah, because this is going to continue on. So negative infinity. What about right?
Oh, infinity.
Okay. So how do we write that as an inequality?
Negative infinity less than or drop the rest. I got that.
You can't actually touch it, so it's just less than. Range is your y values. So how far down can it go? -5. And how far up will it go? So how do we write that?
Well, there's two ways. There's two ways.
Okay, so what's one of them? Tell me what one of them is.
Y greater than equal to -5.
Very good. Okay, and then what's the other way?
Oh,
Good. All right. Awesome. And then function?
Yes. There's hesitation.
All right, let's do the next one.
All right. By yourselves?
Go ahead and look at it by yourself. Okay, so for X, left and right, the arrows are going to continue going left. Please stop. So that is going to go to negative infinity. And then the arrow going right will go to positive infinity.
Let's get it.
So it'll be negative infinity is less than X is less than infinity. Then our range is our y-axis. So I look and see how far down will it go?
-1.
-1. And how far up?
+1.
All right. So it goes from -1, and it actually touches -1 a couple of times. So less than or equal to y. And then it also touches +1.
Less than equal to 1.
Yep.
Let's go. And it's not a function because it repeats that.
But if I were to draw my vertical lines, it only crosses at one point. Each vertical line only touches it at one point. So it is a function, yes.
Yes.
Let's go to 18. 17 we did last Thursday. So 18, go ahead and start this. This is going to stop at those points. It is not continuing off the grid. It is stopping.
Okay.
So go ahead and see what you can do. Draw a box around it so you can figure out left and right for X. And then how far down for Y and how far up. Maybe that'll help you. And just plug in the numbers. How far left, how far right, how far down, how far up. This one's a little tricky, so let's look. So I went ahead and boxed mine in. My left and right deals with the X. Up and down deals with Y. So I'm going to look left and right. So to go left, it goes all the way to 0. To go right, it goes all the way to 6.
Okay.
So it's between 0 and 6, and it actually touches 0 and it touches 6. So it's going to be a less than or equal to. So how far left is 0? How far right is 6? So that's where you can get your numbers. You with me? Okay, and then down and up. So how far down does the function go? It looks like it goes further than -6, though. I don't know. It's kind of maybe -7. There is no -7, but it goes further because if I do this all the way across, doesn't that go above it? So it's not -6. It's actually let's do -7, and it touches it. So less than or equal to. So how far down is -7? See how I'm putting down as -7, and then how far up? Is it past 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do 19. So write these little notes over to the side that help you figure out what does -7 goes with. It goes with how far down. What does 19 go with? It's how far up. 0 is how far left. 6 is how far right. And then because they touch them, we're going to do less than or equal to. And make sure for range you're doing Y, and for domain you're doing X. And then function. Is it a function? If I were to draw vertical lines, would I touch each point just one time? Yeah, because this is gradually going right. So it's not a straight line. So this is a yes.
You take that for grade now?
Okay, so y'all are going to finish the rest of these. We did 24 as a class last Thursday. So I want y'all to keep on working on this. We have some time left in class. Y'all are going to finish this and then turn it in.
When is it due?
It's due tomorrow with everything done.